When we add and subtract negative and positive numbers, we are going to circle the sign that is directly in front of the number. So here we have a -4 and a -2. So since what's in front of both of the numbers are the same, they're both negatives, since they're the same, we're going to add the numbers. So 4 plus 2 is 6. Then we're going to look in front of the larger number if they were both positive. So if both of these numbers were positive, 4 is bigger. So that means there's more negatives. So our answer is going to be -6. Okay, here we have a -6, and then here we have the opposite of -3. So we talked about in class whenever there's two negatives next to each other like this parenthesis right here just separates them. We're going to make this a plus sign here. So we have a -6 and we have a +3. So since we have a negative here and a positive here, they are different signs, so we are going to subtract. So 6 minus 3 is 3. Then we're going to look in front of the larger number. If they were both positive, 6 would be bigger. So we look in front, and this sign right here tells us that the answer is -3. So in this problem, we have a +10, and then we take whatever is directly in front. So this has a -7. So since we have a +10 and we have a -7, they are different signs, so we're going to subtract. We're going to find the difference. So 10 minus 7 is 3. Then we look in front of the larger number, which is 10. And there's nothing there, so we know that means +3. Okay, if we look here, we have a -12 and a -7. They are both the same. What's in front of it is exactly the same. So when they're the same, we add. So 12 plus 7 is 19. Then we're going to look in front of the larger number. So 12 is larger, so if we look in front, that means there's more negatives. So -19. Okay, here we have a -8 and a -5. What's in front of them is the same. So since they're the same, we're going to add. 8 plus 5 is 13. Then we look in front of the larger number, which is 8, and if we look in front, it's -8, so there's more negatives. So -13. Okay, here we have a -5 and a -5. They are both the same. They have the same sign in front of it. So when they're the same, we add. So 5 plus 5 is 10. Then we look in front of the larger number. Well, they're both 5, so look in front of whichever one you want, and it's -10. Okay, here we have 0, and we have a -7. Well, 7 is bigger, so if we look in front of it, that tells us there's more negatives. And it doesn't matter whether you add 0 and 7, or whether you subtract 0 and 7, you still get 7. So -7. Okay, here we have a -6, and here we have a +4. So a negative and one that's positive, they are different signs, so we subtract. So 6 minus 4 is 2. Then we look in front of the larger number, which is 6. And if we look in front, it's -6, so there's more negatives. So our answer is -2. Here we have a -4 and a +4. What's in front of them? They're different. One's negative, one's positive. So when they're different signs, we subtract. So 4 minus 4 is 0. And 0 is not negative or positive, so just 0. Here we have 7, and we have negative 12. So this is a positive number, because there's nothing in front of it, and this is a negative number. They are different signs, so we're going to subtract. 12 minus 7 is 5. Then we're going to look in front of the larger number, which is 12, and that means there's more negatives, so negative 5. Okay, here we have a negative 8 and a negative 5. They are both the same what's in front. So since they are the same, we're going to add them. So 8 plus 5 is 13. Then we're going to look in front of the larger number, which is 8. And if we look in front, there's a negative sign, so that means there's more negatives. So negative 13. Okay, here we have a 4, and here we have 8. So since this is positive 4 and this is positive 8, they are the same, so we add. 4 plus 8 is 12. Then we look in front of the larger number, which is 8, and that means there's more positive. So it's positive 12.